Okay, I'm here. Sorry I left everybody waiting. I didn't mean to do that, but I kind of screwed up all my stuff today and I was trying to sort through it, and there's a lot of bullshit here. Hey, Badger. I haven't seen you around, Badger. I hope you're well. Thank you. Hold on, I just have to grab two things. So I don't normally do this. I don't think I've played Makeup Mobster over here, but I want to piggyback a little bit off of just a couple parts of this. And I want to make it quick and easy for people to understand. Oh, and I tried to get a hold of Marissa today, but she has not answered. So I want to, well, maybe I should start with that before I even start playing this. Where is it at? 28 minutes. And hey to everyone coming in. I'm going to start right about here. Hold on a minute. Let me come back to my screen. Hey, Polka Dot Suzanne. How are you? Hey, Trish. Yeah, this will stay up, of course. I'm not going to take this down. All right, so hold on. Let me get this real quick. So this is called You Don't Have to Wonder Anymore. I'll drop the link to you guys. Why is that link so long? It's weird. Hold on a minute. See if this goes into the chat. Yeah, I think it might. Did that work? Let me open up my chat. Good, Polka Dot Suzanne. I'm glad you're good. That worked. Let me open up my chat. So I'm gonna actually pull this up first. So hold on. This is on. I think this was 5 days ago. Still, let me play some of this for you.
Phone out to record it. But it's oh, sorry. What the fuck is this? I keep getting these weird fucking notifications on my computer. This is Vivacious Val. Can Savage review your chicken candle? Absolutely, she can. She don't have to ask. It's, you know, fair use. She could review it. I won't strike her. You might want to stay here for this. She might have another video to review in a few minutes, so you might want to stay here. So anyway, yeah, this is, you know, Laura conveniently had her phone out to record the people that came to her house, but she only recorded this small portion. And I only put this in here because it's something that she says at the end.
When you CPS or the police or something, going to put an end to where people can do this time after. This is the third time. So I didn't know this was the third time. I've learned with the supervisor and the intake worker about us getting the same reports over and over again. Someone anonymous from your YouTube channel calling, so they can possibly flag it. But if it's allegations where they have concerns about, they're going to continue to say someone.
It's funny because she didn't record what was said. She recorded this part.
Regardless, but obviously with them on tomorrow about it. I mean, the last time someone called, if they went to the wrong house, they gave the wrong address because they didn't actually know my address, and it was my.
So a lot of people think that the CPS call that Laura got where her address, they went to the old one, that it couldn't be her because she was sent to the wrong address or whatever. I believe Laura would actually send somebody to the wrong address. And there's also other reasons why, but I'm not going to get into it. Either way, I do believe that some of these calls that Laura made on herself were made by her.
So great, my daughter. I mean, the shit is endless.
She's so calm about it.
This is nonstop. So yeah, I would tomorrow, like I said, I would sit down to my and take me to court and let them know that, like, this is 30.
Notice the $200 super chat sitting in the corner. Just had to put that out there.
You receive your YouTube you know.
I think she made like over $600-$700 off this call.
How much did Laura make off of all of her CPS calls? I wonder if anyone ever added that up.
problem game, address it and handle it, and then I'll let you know. I tried the police. Okay, I filed harassment. I filed charges. Alabama has no harassment side, but nothing. So these people can just keep doing it. Okay? It's a waste of time for you.
Hold on a minute. I think I want to go. I think she will actually. Hold on a minute, because I did put this as a timestamp. So
It's the time I'm not work right now. Exactly. Or you could have been visiting someone that you.
And you heard Laura earlier in this twice say that she doesn't know what was reported in my call.
right here.
If they were going to call CPS, but I don't know. I really don't know. But like I said, I'll let the cops handle it. I'm not dealing with it. I'm just continue to ignore and move on. But I'm not going anywhere. My kids do deserve apologies from each and every one of them. I agree.
Yeah.
They want to stir up.
Laura, I think your kids deserve an apology from you. No one else. Just you.
Hate, stir up hate, stir up hate. Not feeding my kids cocaine.
Now, this is the next day. The next day.
I'm not driving drunk with my kids.
Sorry, my text got fucked up because I was.
So she focuses very heavily on Laura talking about driving drunk with her kids. This is very important, and it's important for Molly, I think, as well. So I was trying to get in touch with her today, but I'm just going to put it out. I was going to give her the courtesy. I would like to tell her what I was doing. It concerns her son. So that's why I was trying to get in touch with her, but it'll be out there for her if she wants it. She doesn't have to communicate with me to get it. That's totally fine. But it is important. Hold on.
So tired at this point making this and listening to her fucking nasty voice.
I'm not sitting on a panel high as a kite. I'm not shooting.
You're not, Laura. You're not sitting on panel high as a kite on your Adderall. I think not.
Dope in my arms and making excuses for it online.
Who's you know what I'm saying? Like, who's doing all of this? I feel like Laura's projecting in all of these fake CPS calls.
Live after live after live about any of their personal lives. One, I don't know a lot about it because I don't watch it. But two, I would never do that to somebody. Just because somebody drives drunk with their kid in the car.
Here she is saying it again.
As long as I'm not living in your state.
My text got fucked up.
And you're not around my kid. It's not my business. If that's what you do, then that's what you do. But you don't see me going live about it. You don't see me making videos about it. You don't see me making little clips and channels of other people's lives or things that other people say. I just don't do it. That was my point.
Yeah, that was your point.
Exactly, Joy. You never know what tomorrow will bring. And you just don't. But for some reason, and let me just tell you, I have not even spoken to this girl in.
My name keeps popping up here because I was trying to open up the description and I kept clicking on my name by accident.
Since December of 2020. This
is from December of 2022.
It's 2 years that I'm not friends with her. 2 years.
2 years.
And yet she goes live every fucking.
Mind you, I was gone for like a big chunk of time during this time. But Laura, you don't have to ever fucking wonder again why I keep my fucking foot firmly planted on your wrinkly ballsack neck. Okay?
Day about every single aspect of my life. CPS was called on her. Did it make a difference? Did it change her life at all? Nope, it sure didn't. The only thing she does now is she doesn't talk about fucking Molly. That's the only difference. That's what CPS does. Now she's not talking about Molly. Well, maybe if I do it, she'll.
Well, Laura, you tried it and it didn't work, right?
Shut the fuck up about me because I don't know what else to do.
All right. So I had to clip all that to show you guys that obviously I wasn't actively posting or on YouTube.
This is all very important. That's why I'm playing it.
But I was watching because I had my suspicions, okay, about Laura when I left YouTube.
Hey, Molly, I did try to get in touch with you. Actually, can I show you what I'm going to show before? I would like you to be able to see it before, because I know that you've been asking, what did her call consist of? And no one's telling you the other part, and it's the part about intoxication. I was going through our texts. Hold on, can I just show it? Do you mind? I did redact. I redacted your son's name. I didn't want to put it on here. But I tried to, hold on a minute. Let me just grab this really quick. So, all right, this is from the group chat that I had with Laura and Molly. So I think this is very important. I would not be live right now. Should have so many up here right now opened up. Let me see if this is it. Okay, so let me make this full screen for you. So I'll read it to you. This is Molly, September 22nd, 2021. CPS just left my house. She said she's closing it today. It will be expunged in a year as if nothing happened. She said that her partner said that I was high profile and it was a targeted anonymous complaint, that I was under the influence and asked blank to go get me a weapon. She said that many of the complaints that they get are from neighbors being vindictive. She said they wanted to stay anonymous. Laura says it's YouTube, but she spells it with an O. That's all she said. Molly sent a link, but I don't think it leads anywhere. Hold on one more minute. So then, now Leanna's focusing very heavily on the drunk driving, right? Molly's call was that she was under the influence on a live stream and asked her son to go get a gun for her. Do you see the comparison? Yeah. I know she's in chat. That's why I'm showing it, because I do want people to see this, because I think Laura called on Molly. I really do. It was literally a month after. Hey, Cheryl O. Jules XO says, Laura was so obsessed she called CPS, then blamed her good friends. Yikes. I know, it's actually really heavy shit. Hey, Palette. Yeah, Wendy V did a really good job putting together that whole piece. Yep. Hold on, let me pull back up. I have a couple more things that I want to show. I would like to show leading up to Leanna's CPS call from Laura, because she was extremely fucking pissed that Leanna had exposed something about her food stamp application in her purse or something. I don't even know if I watched the live, but Laura lost her food stamps the day before. So Laura wasted no time at all reporting Leanna and her husband and her son to CPS. It was immediately following Laura's food stamps getting, she got it. I have it up here, actually. I'm going to show it. I did redact the personal information on it, but they were requesting all of her income from all of her channels, because she had a bunch of channels back then, Laura did. And I think she might have had 3 or 4 of them. And they listed them all, and they wanted her income and such. And all of this conversating took place in our group chat. So that's what I was trying to get a hold of Marissa earlier today. So, all right, anyways, hold on a minute. I just don't think that Leanna and Molly listen to one another. And sometimes that's a problem when things are messy and shit. You don't really know how similar your 2 calls are.
Because really there was nobody else that I was really having like issues with at the time. Okay. And it was pretty clear that it came from Laura. And Laura kept making these strange comments about drinking and driving. Okay. She kept making these strange comments about drinking and driving with your kid in the car. Well, guess what? I never talked about this live. I never came on after CPS came to my house. I fucking got off the internet and never talked about it on my live streams. Okay. Ever. I just left for 4 months. Okay. She kept making these comments about drinking and driving in the car. That's part of what was reported verbatim to CPS when they came to my house. There was maybe 2 or 3 people that I spoke to that actually knew that. 2 or 3 people that actually knew that. So I knew she had something to do with it. The fact that she kept making that statement over and over and over again about drinking and driving with your kid in the car. So I was just reached out to recently by one of Laura's ex-friends, okay? And we had an interesting conversation. They emailed me, and then we got, we spoke on the phone yesterday. And here's what I was told, okay? Laura went to Kroger, the food store, got a burner phone, okay? Put it in the name of Tremley. You guys remember Michael Tremley? Okay? And that's...
So we all remember Michael Tremley. Some people here do not know. Some people have no clue what even happened back then. But Michael Tremley was someone that trolled pretty hard, but then eventually did show their face. Let me grab this because I don't have it at the moment. But that's who Laura was blaming for this. First, she blamed Christina, this crazy girl. Christina is my name, who was extremely stalkerish. It was bad. And she was like very into Leanna. It was kind of creepy. So anyhow, that's who Laura blamed to us. Now, she also wrote about it in the group chat, and I wanted to show that because this is actually, when I was listening to her live, everything she was saying was matching up with my text. And it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Laura, you are a psychopath. Like, for real. And you sat next to everyone that was blamed. And you were like, it's YouTube. That's what you said to Marissa. It's YouTube. How would you know that? How do you even know it's YouTube? How would you not think it might be a neighbor or something? It's YouTube. Nothing else. I was getting off the highway. I don't know where I was coming back from. I think I was coming back from Providence that day. And Marissa had called me to tell me that CPS showed up to her son's school. And she was very upset about it, and rightfully so, because he did not deserve that. None of these kids deserved this. None of them did. Laura's like, it's YouTube. Bitch, you need to get the fuck on out of here. That's my opinion. And I think you're scamming off your cancer too. Cancer my fucking ass. Wait for it, people. Just wait. I would never lie to you. All right, so hold up. I had to get this Tremley screenshot real quick.
That's what she did to make the call. And she wanted people to believe that the call was coming from somebody that, I knew in my real life. So she put it in a New York number. And I guess she named herself Tremley. And she made the call. And here's the proof. Because I got all the proof. Because you guys know I wouldn't come up here. So Laura was just advocating the other day about, fake CPS calls and all that shit. But we're going to take a look. And this is fucking real. Okay? The two people that I spoke to yesterday, I know for a fucking fact that they were longtime friends of Laura's. Okay? So they're not fucking making this shit up. So this is they just found out about it. I just want to put that out there. I crossed out their names. I crossed out everybody's names because you know how Laura rolls. You know how her group rolls. Okay. She's going to go after people. She's going to fucking try to fuck with people, dox them, and go after them. Laura, I'm telling you right now, you go after any of these fucking people. You so much as fucking contact them. I know your ass is coming up here in 2 weeks. And if you want to be in fucking handcuffs when you come up here, I would leave these fucking people alone if I was you. Okay? Because I know where your fucking friend lives. Your friend Katie. And I know where you're fucking going.
I think she has a right to know where Laura is going. Do we all agree? Yeah. Laura's over there crying the other day about it, saying she's going to go to the police when she gets to New York to report Leanna because she's stalking her or some shit. What are you talking about? Like, who doesn't have the right to know where the fuck you're gonna be lurking around at? Lori gonna be in people's bushes and shit outside? Yeah, she does need to know where you're staying. I say she has a right to know. I'm just saying. The fuck?
I got a lot of friends that are cops out here, Laura. Unlike
Oh,
you.
so hold on. I'm going to show this Tremley screenshot real quick. I just have to find the numbers and I'm like squinting. 517. All right, give me a sec. I've been going through these and it's blowing my mind. So Molly says, Adrian said, do not say a word, not mention it once. BTS, now that's, I haven't seen BTS around in a very long time. I hope she's okay. I don't know. I don't see her anymore. It's been years. And TNT, who's Trisha, not Trish, talked about reporting you. Are they part of followers? Don't rule out Mandy and Alicia. Laura says TNT. I think Tremley. It don't matter. They're all getting their karma. One by one, says Laura. Now, to us, that's just regular Laura talk, right? But when you read it back now, it is quite interesting. Don't you think, Laura? How many CPS calls are you actually responsible for, is what I want to know. I want to know who made Laura's calls, because she wouldn't have been able to call on herself. Somebody, I think, called CPS calls in for Laura, about Laura. That's who I want to know. I want to know who did that. Anyways, Molly says, they can't stand that we walked away and Tiffany is growing. Alicia is talking mad shit. Laura says, they all are. Mandy Lynn is live again about memory lane. So this is going way back, right? This was 2021, August 7th of 2021. Oh shit, were you able to see that? I'll do it. Let me take the banner down real quick so you can see the whole photo. There. Lena asked, hold on a sec. I don't really know, I don't know these things, Lena. Just curious. I know when it comes to children, you can't get certain things, but can't those who were falsely accused get the phone call? Yes. Yeah. You can hear the calls in the court. In a court of law, you can hear the actual caller. In some instances, yes. Especially in one like this. Or any of the other. I encourage every single person that had a CPS call to call the police department and see if you can actually get the call from even CPS calling them to assist them in your whatever. Because some people have the cops and CPS show up at the same time. Some don't. Every state seems to be kind of different. But I would FOIA all of those calls, and like people really should come together and figure it out. I personally don't want to hear Laura's voice ever again. I feel a lot like most. I'm very disgusted, and that's not even what I'm going to talk about at all tonight because I don't even want to get into it. I just want to put this shit out here in case it might be helpful or useful and be done with it. Laura is trash. She's fucking trash. Laura does nothing for anybody that is not doing something for her. Period. End of story. And she really did make her friends, and I use that term very loosely with Laura. She doesn't have friends. She's a friend of fucking no one. She stayed close to the very people who were accused. Laura is a snakehead. And it needs chopping off. And I think Laura did that herself. Isn't that some shit? So hold on. What did Benny used to call it? The Ouroboros? Laura, look that shit up. You ate yourself alive, bitch.
You think you're gonna call your brother, who's a city cop, who's a retired city cop? Guess what? He ain't gonna do shit out here. So this is from September 28th of this year. Now, these people have been trying to hint to me that Laura was doing this. And this is from, I think it's from a Facebook chat that they had. Laura in her Facebook chat, always getting her in trouble. So this is Laura messaging the other person. And Laura, I'm telling you, you better leave these fucking people alone, girl. Leave them the fuck.
So this is my feelings about it. I have nothing to say. This is her deal over here for however she's handling it. I'm sure she'll handle it appropriately. I personally feel that anyone who knew is just as guilty. I don't particularly, I don't like that. I don't like what I see. I'm staying as far away from that as possible. I don't agree with anyone knowing. But that's like her call, right? And her own life and her own situation. But yesterday I was in a chat and I had some opinions and I was asking a couple questions like, you knew about this, right? How the fuck do you know about something like this and you don't say anything? That doesn't make you guilty. It's guilty knowledge, right? So then the response was that the person had children. Okay, I understand. And they wanted to protect their own life, which I also understand, but we do not sacrifice one for another, right? Yeah, she did the right thing in the end, whatever. I just personally, my outlook on this is obviously they're not as guilty as Laura, but the right thing to do out of 5 people, including Laura, would have been to say something far sooner. And I feel that it was self-serving for people to come forward, when they feel like it, basically, when it's good for them. So I feel a certain type of way about that because, I was very close with Laura and I would have literally dropped her in the fucking trash can in August when this happened. So if you walk around here having cult leaders for creators, that's your problem, no one else's. And it's gross that there were 4 people that knew and said fucking nothing. But Laura picked very specific people, right? She picked Nadia G, Letha, right? People that didn't have big, large groups of friends. You think she would have told me and Molly, right? I can't speak for Molly. Molly has said she did not know. I haven't spoken to Marissa, so from what I see in my text, I don't see anything that indicates that. She's spoken her piece. I don't think she told Molly, and I don't even think Molly would have been okay with that. Speaking truthfully, I don't think she would waste her time. I think she's a believer. See, Laura doesn't believe in God or anything. We all know Laura doesn't believe in God. We just heard it over there on her channel. That was beautiful, Laura. Beautiful. You just keep exploiting those kids' ears over there. That was one of the saddest lives you ever done, but it was very beautiful by your son. You would think she would have told us, right? No, she knew better. She wanted it to look like it was one of us. That's what actually makes this even sicker.
Fuck alone. Oh yeah, she'll be busy spitting on graves. That's right. So this is Laura. Is this a fucking joke? And she posts a screenshot from her live. And I remember this live. I remember this fucking live where she was playing this panda thing. And the person who was friends with her writes in her chat, I'm not insecure at all, bitch, but I'm also not a CPS caller either, bitch. You should have shut your damn mouth. Laura writes back, is she really fucking doing this? I have said nothing about her. And that is so Laura. That's so her fucking, lingo right there, right? So then it goes to this. Actually, hold on a second. This one's, I don't know where this one fits in. I forgot. I don't know why it came in this order, but probably the order I screenshot it. Hold on a second. All right. Let me go to this one next. I'll read that one last. I'll go back to that one. So the person writes back, she was upset in the chat a while. Okay. Laura writes, I had every right to respond to Janelle bullshit. She made it public. Oh, wait, this is fucking so out of order.
Burn. Listen.
Hold on.
Actually, I'm going to say it right now. Oni 2.0, you could put a 10 there because I think this is actually going to blow Oni out of the water when all is said and done. I think that Laura has made many, many, many calls. These calls, everybody needs to get their dates, all the dates together, put them all together and make a timeline because it all happened within months of each other. And they were all very close together, 3 weeks, 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's a serial situation. Perplexed, isn't it? I wouldn't say anymore that you only did this one because I don't believe you did just one. I think you did many, many, many CPS calls. And you used every single person around you. That is so disgusting. I would never do that to my friends. All in the name of hurting an innocent child. I believe he was 7, Laura. But it's all, my kids, my kids, my kids. You know, Laura, your son needed a ride home from work tonight and he was in your chat. It just doesn't end over there with you. You ate the fucking cheesecakes that you were fundraising for your son's school all those years ago, too. You ate someone's cheesecake on them. Who's this shitty parent, Laura? Who's the actual shitty parent? He came in there asking you for something last night or the night before. You ate the last one. You're like, sorry, you eat all the food on the kid, too. What the fuck is going on over there? Now you're saying people are targeting your kids. No one has ever targeted your kids. You have targeted your kids. You have put the target on your children's backs all these years. You use them for anything and everything. You've never kept their lives private. Never. You are the perfect example of what not to do with your children on the internet. You have given the address of your kid's school. You film at your kids' schools. You show people your daughter's house. What is wrong with you? You ask for trouble and then you cry. You're one of the stupidest motherfuckers, Laura, that I might know. I actually came across text messages in this group chat of me telling Molly and you how you say the stupidest shit that no one would ever say. You do the stupidest shit. You're sloppy as fuck. You've been sloppy all the years. I will say you pulled this off pretty well. The margins were all very, very clean, right, Laura? We'll talk about that another day. 3 whole years. I'm glad that the truth came out, but it's not over yet, unfortunately, because I think there's a whole lot more is going to come seeping out. And in the end, Laura, you are going to be worse than Oni. And I can't believe I'm saying that because shit. I didn't think it got much worse, right? But you really are a psychopath. I believe it. You need to get evaluated. That's what they should do to you. They should send you for a mental evaluation. Stat. If you call CPS and it's a sexual allegation, if your mind even goes there, you need to be red flagged and evaluated immediately. That's what should happen to anyone who does that to a little child. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that. But that's what needs to happen. Laura needs a mental eval immediately. Straight up, Laura. Go get yourself some fucking help.
Hold on. Let me look at the order on my phone and then we'll read it in the right order.
You want a link, Molly? You can have a link. I don't mind you coming up here. That's fine, yes. Hold on a minute. So Molly says, I just talked to Jake. He's sitting right here. He wants to know, why would Laura do something like that? She was your friend. She's not a friend. Sometimes these people are just not your friend. You know, sometimes people just don't know how to be a friend at all to anybody, not even themselves, not to their kids. Moms are supposed to protect children, not even just their own. I sat in my car the other day because I seen a mom go into the store and she left her babies in the back seat. This shit happens all the time. I waited next to the car until the mom walked out the door and I left. That's what moms do, Laura. You look out for everybody's children. You don't even look out for your own, though. So, here you go, Marissa. I want to go have a cigarette anyway, so bad. So, that'll be great. And take your time. And I have this other one here, too, that I want to show because this really did happen. This really did happen. And I think that the calls are very similar. When I was going back through my messages, I've been looking through these since last night. I fell asleep looking at these. I was like, shit, I got to close this out or I'm going to call this group chat, right? I don't think their numbers work anyways, but it really blew me away. And I've been searching for other people's names, like for Hello Starlight and for Mandy Bell and Amanda Lynn, Brian St. John. There's a whole bunch of people that were affected. And that's not even all of them. There's others. There's more people than just that. Oni and Laura both took my mythical creatures too. I think Laura emulated him perfectly. Hey, Alicia, I hope you're good. Shit. Why is she talking to Christine suddenly? What? Laura is talking to Miss Christine? I hope not. No, Miss Christine, she's smart. It's okay, Yanni. Miss Christine knows what's up. She doesn't want any problems. And I know what? I'm not going to say nothing either. Miss Christine is very smart. She knows what's up. She won't get involved with Laura. I don't believe that at all. Miss Christine knows. She knows who evil is. I don't want to miss anything that's important. Go harder. The only interaction I had with Laura was in your chat during Cash Gernon, and she told everyone New York was changing the age of consent to 13. I tried to correct her, but she blew me off. Oh, she's so weird, Lisa. Oh, a different Christine? Oh, all right. Well, thankfully, I don't want her around Miss Christine. Not at all.
Give me a second here. All right. It got out of order for some reason. Okay. Let me go to the beginning here. Is this a fucking joke? Okay. Hold on a second. Sorry. This is the next one. Have you contacted her? Laura writes, fuck no. Why the fuck would I? She claims she lefty voice of Crystal, yet now it's all about me. They write, because you said
Laura has the worst spelling of anyone you'll ever talk to, ever. Just so you know. She has literally the worst spelling. Everything is spelled wrong.
You still wanted to work thing. So I thought you were going to. She writes, I have not said one bad word about her. Blink, look at our chats. Now she's talking to the person she's texting. She used everybody's first names, and I'm not gonna do that to people. So I crossed their names out. If you see blue here, that's me. I tried talking like 5 times and she never responded to any of it, so I gave up. Oh, I thought you tried to call her or DM her. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Okay, so you see the rest of that there. I called her once and she didn't pick up nor call me back. So, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me go back to this one. What the fuck is going on here? This thing's so fucking out of order. Wait a second. Fuck my life. Okay, look at our chats. Oh, that's weird. I thought this one was supposed to come next. All right. All right. Oh, I thought you tried to call her or DM her. I called her once. All right. It says, nor call me back. So the person writes, CPS caller. Why would she say that about you? That is a strange thing to say. I think this is out of order because I think this one's supposed to come first, but.
You know what, Alicia? I think you guys might have it wrong on Burgundy Blues. I don't know. I think she uses a burner phone to operate Burgundy Blues. Oh my God. Why would she need a burner phone for that? She's so weird. This is insanity. Like, what is she doing over there? And what is it going to escalate to? Okay, Annie. Yeah, that's Nicole. A mind of my own. Yep, that's Nicole. From way back. Perp Vapor says, I truly believe she did more calls with that burner. Yeah, I do too. I think that she did not probably go to the store to get a burner. She probably already had one because she'd been calling CPS. So that's my opinion on it. So listen, here. This is Molly. I'm going to take this down really quick. This is when Molly had sent CPS was here. And I redacted what she had shown me the business card, right? So this was September 16th, 2021 at 10:14 p.m. And this is just me and Marissa. So she says CPS was here. I said, of course, because they're coming after everyone. And at the time, we didn't know who was doing this. You know what I mean? So she shared that. And then she asked me if I was okay. I said, yes, I'm fine. I'm sorry this is happening to you. What they did, they say, and you, what they did, they say, and are you and Jake okay? So I was asking her if she was okay. The next one's right here. Molly's son is the same age as my son, just about, and they're a lot alike, and Jake is adorable, actually, and he's a really good kid. And if this is what I think it is, what it looks like to me is what it looks like to me. Now, that's my perception, but I don't like what I see. So, and I think this is what's the most important right here. So she says, yes, she came to the house and she talked to blank, looked inside of his room, and my husband gave a tour. Turns out her husband is a blank. And she was talking, Molly was telling me about the CPS girl's life, what he did for a living and his political affiliations. I just crossed that out so we don't make it any messier, right? Because then people will find things they'll bitch about Trump or whoever, Biden or whoever. So just leave that right the fuck out of it tonight, because I can't really handle much more with this shit. So she says, turns out her husband is a blank and she's a blank as well. And I was upstairs with a migraine. I didn't know she left her card. She said that she would call tomorrow. Adrian said that somebody reported that I was on drugs during a live video. And then I told my son to go grab a weapon. And she said that the person didn't provide the video and she cannot find it. So this is what was called in on her. It's not far off from what was stated in Leanna's. Now, in hers, it was drunk driving. Here, it's that she was intoxicated on a live stream. Oh, okay, Annie, it was definitely Miss Christine. Okay. Yeah, you don't buy a burner phone to make just one call. I agree, Casey. She probably has a free Obama phone. Stop it. Laura probably has 4 Obama phones. One for everyone. She made the other 2 kids leave their Obama phones at home when they left the nest. Stop it. Oh, they said Xanax? Wow. That's interesting. All right, so hold on a minute. Because there's more here. It's just going to develop as I go along. Hold up. Oh, and this channel is Makeup Mobster. This is who it happened to. If my mods could drop her link, please. She did multiple lives after this was put out. Marissa, I really think you need to listen to these if you haven't. I know you don't prefer to, but I think for the sake of comparing, because only you know what you know, right? I think you should really listen to them. At least for the sake of knowing. I mean, Laura, you could just come clean and tell the truth so we don't have to pick through all this shit, right? Because there's a lot of people that have questions. Like Brian, nobody gave a fuck when Brian's kids were targeted, and it was bad. I remember. It just matters, to people who's who or whatever. Shit, I think Mandy Bell got a call. She never really did come back. People got fed up with being here because they love their families more. It was fucked up. And was it Laura the whole time? I believe that many of them are. And I'm going to stick with that gut feeling. So gross. Like, you gotta be such a sad individual in life to fucking do this shit. I don't know where she finds the time. I say it all the time. I don't know where fucking Laura finds the time to do all this. That's why Laura lives like a pig. She don't clean her house ever. It's always dirty, right, Laura? I seen your coffee pot, bitch. I seen your coffee pot, your Keurig. It was disgusting. I think we saw that on live. I've seen everything. I really have. I've seen it all from Laura. Now I can really say I've seen it all from her. And she sits there like she didn't do this. Like it was 3 years ago, so it doesn't matter. It absolutely matters. You cannot say this doesn't matter. And then I'm like, holy shit. Molly gets this one too, like this intoxication factor. What were all of the allegations for all of the CPS calls? We need to really figure that out, and a whole timeline of the dates of every single person's call, even Laura's, because it matters. I did that the other day on my community wall. Where is it? Let me see something. So this is how I got it so far. I haven't put a whole list together because I have been going through all of my text messages. I just pulled them down. Thank God I still have the same iCloud. I literally have shit from Analyzer in my phone. That's crazy, right? But it comes in handy, doesn't it? When you have a bunch of people running around calling CPS and cops on people and shit. So, Laura says she's not really sorry at all. You know this, right? She does me. I agree, Alyssa. And Laura, you would feel so good about yourself to get up every day, take a shower, do your hair, do your makeup, put your clothes on, and go work for a living. It is such a satisfying feeling to work for a living, Laura. My God. I agree. I agree with you. So the timeline goes like this. I posted this on my community. Well, I don't know. It's almost been like a week now, I would say. Let me see. So the exact date and time of Leanna's CPS call was somewhere, I don't know the exact time, but I know when Laura texted our group chat, and what she said was CPS is at MM's house, and it seems Christina is the one who called. And Molly's like, what? And I'm like, I don't think so. It's not Christina. That's not Christina. She hasn't been around for like a year. She's been gone. It's not Christina. And Molly says she hasn't talked to Christina either. And then we tried to call her. Marissa, are you still in here? Because I remember the day we were on the phone and we tried calling Laura. And I was telling you, I think she did this because she was so fucking angry the day before. She wouldn't answer the phone when we tried calling her multiple times. And then she answered back like hours later, like, when? And then she's like, are you live? Fuck you, Laura. So Laura sat there and made the call, then came back to us like, oh my God, the CPS is at MM's house. You're a sick motherfucker. So on 8/9/2021, Leanna got her CPS call. We probably should call her makeup mobster. Some people are not going to know who I'm talking about. Listen, I'm from the old days here, so I'm sorry. Apologize if, you know. So 8/24/21, Laura. 9/16/21, Molly. 10/14, Laura. 11/15, Laura. Now, where does everyone else fit into that timeline? Before and after, in between, wherever, because there's a whole bunch.
This out of order, my bad. All right, we'll just read them. It doesn't really matter, to be quite honest with you. CPS caller, why would she say that about you? That is a strange thing to say.
I will say I appreciate people coming forward and telling her that this happened. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, yeah, you did the right thing. But it doesn't, for me, I'm sorry, I don't pardon that. Personally, I'm only speaking for myself. I don't pardon this, knowing. Would it have been okay for me to have known? Would it be okay for Molly to have known? I fucking doubt it. I would never fucking do something like that, though. That's the difference. So, hence why she didn't tell me that she did this. Laura fucking knows. That's why she picked the fucking peons that she did.
And then here's Laura answering back. Because I called on MM 2 years ago. You, blank, blank, and blank are the only 4 that knew. So she's going to tell MM, I didn't do a fucking thing to blank. I have every right to defend myself against Janelle's fake bullshit. Now, Laura was so paranoid. For some reason, she thought that I was talking to Janelle.
You know what? Twilight Zone MM says in this live stream, I believe, that she doesn't think it was Laura who sent the tongue. Now, I don't know. I had my suspicions that it was Laura. But then again, the postage and all that, I don't know. I feel like someone put that in her mailbox. I've always felt like someone put that in her mailbox, but I don't know. Not sure. She seems to have a good idea of, she doesn't think it was Laura. But she also went to the post office and there was no stamp on it. There was no postage, nothing. So that should still be on her channel. I don't think she takes much down over there.
Don't know why she thought that, but she did. I feel like I'm missing a fucking screenshot here. Hold on a second. Let me go back. Oh, no, I'm not. That was the one with the panda bear. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. So
she don't have a fucking.
So the person writes back, no, I never knew that, honestly. Let me think this in. Okay. And she's responding to this text. No, this is not going to happen. I will reach out to her. Let me think. I don't really know what this screenshot's about. I can't send her a request because I don't know her Discord name. I don't know. I don't even know how that fits in here. Okay. Then the person writes, have you contacted her? Laura writes, what? Fuck no. Why the fuck would I? She claims she left because of Crystal, yet now it's all about me. About me. All the typos and everything, just say it all, okay? Because you said you still wanted to work things, so I thought you were going to. Laura writes back, fuck, my God, I'm sorry. I have not said a bad word about her. Blank, look at our chats. I tried talking like 5 times and she never responded to any of it, so I gave up. And then they write back, oh, I thought you tried to call or DM her and I can't see the other word, okay?
That's exactly what Laura wanted. And the whole time she knew that's what she wanted. And she watched while people blamed us everywhere. Laura watched it all and she sat there through it all. And then she would text us and be like, oh, it was probably this person. It was probably... Laura is... Listen, all I can say is if there is anyone out there that believes that Laura is your friend, you need to know. Those before you, they all know Laura cannot keep a friendship. She does not have friends. This is a business endeavor and nothing more. She doesn't care about any of you. I promise. I had to do this today. I'm sick to my stomach. I want this out of my life. I literally want this out of my life. For real. Laura, you are nauseating at this point. Like, you need to be dealt with, though. That's the problem. Only swatted people using a Louisiana number, hoping Potty Mouth Mama and I would get blamed for it. He sat back and watched us get blamed. Laura is just like him. I agree, Alicia. I agree. Absolutely. Molly says, oh my God, Justin said we were on a 3-way with Diane about the CPS call. He just confirmed. Huh? Justin said we were on 3-way with Diane about the CPS call. He just confirmed. Oh, you mean like you and Justin were talking about it? Is that what you mean, Molly? Laura needs to be locked up for this, you think, Alicia? You know what? Whatever the court sees fit and just is... No, you cross the line. Like with the babies, man, you gotta stop this shit with the babes. I don't understand. How could you ever want to hurt an innocent child? Like, I don't get it. And that's not even just that. The allegations also fucking horrible. That is something you hear and you're horrified at it. Like, what? All of this bullshit. But then there's that undertone of nasty, sexual accusation, right, Laura? You had to throw that in there. You know what? Whatever the court wants to do with Laura, I don't give a fuck. For real, for real, for real. I really don't. It's not up to me. I think that I just hope that she will actually make an example out of her. I really do. How many people has she done this to? I don't know how many people Laura has done this to. She's not fucking welcome over here either. If she comes in here, please block her. I don't want to hear a fucking word she has to say. And anybody who supports her, don't come near me ever. This is like where I draw the line forever. And I will do it with other people as well. She is completely X'd out of my community. This community here that we have built, Laura is not a part of, nor ever will be. And we are ashamed to say you were around, bitch. Trust and believe. No bullshit. Wolf at your door. Wait, I've been out of the community for a long time. What was MMCPS call accusing her? Wolf at your door. It has not actually been stated by MM. It's been stated by several other people. I'm not going to say it. Just know that it was absolutely not okay what was stated. Nothing any of us would ever agree with. I don't know if she'll ever speak on that. That's private, personal matter, you know, and she has that boy, that's her little boy, that she don't want that around his name. She may never tell, and I would totally understand. Really, truly. Just know that it wasn't okay, you know. Nope, it's in my pocket, shits and giggles, and you can't have it. Did I giggle cute for you? Okay, I hope so. All right. There's shit. Shit never takes a break. Shits, you throwing them back tonight? I've had a couple. Shits is a drunk. Shits and giggles. Just so everyone knows. But that's okay. It's okay, shits. You do you, boo. All right. Why would it make it so much easier if Marissa came up? I'm not doing it good enough. Mariah says, I wish Marissa would come up. It would make it so much easier. How come? I gave her a link. She can come up if she wants to. It's fine. Why would it make it easier? Why would it make it easier, though? TMC my above comment. I'm not sure if you ever saw that clip. Hold on. Where is that, Alyssa? This one? When Laura was mad at you recently, she literally sat on her panel and said, why don't you tell MM you called CPS on her? I know she did. And she knew that MM always thought deep down it was me or Marissa. She really did not think it. I don't believe she thought it was Laura right off the rip. I did. I don't think that Leanna thought that Laura would do that to her. I think she thought it would be more likely to come from me, honest. I think that's how she felt in her heart. I mean, that's the way she felt about it. So I can't even blame her. She didn't know, right? Like, if you don't know, you don't know. You know 100% for a fact that she did this to Avery, and no one believed Avery. I was there. I witnessed it. You know, Laura talked a lot about Avery. If I stuck Avery's name in my phone right now, so much will come up. But you know what? Avery's been such a fucking little bitch lately. And I don't know why. I've seen her doing all kinds of nasty stuff. I don't think Avery is someone I would want to help, to be quite honest. I mean, maybe another day. I'm probably tired as well because I've been sorting through all of this since last night, really. But yeah, Avery is not very pleasant as of late, and I've never done anything to Avery ever. So I don't understand that, but it's not your problem, of course. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple more things. Give me a minute. I'm going to press play on this, and I'm going to show you what happened leading up to Leanna's CPS in my text messages in our group chat because I think it matters. All right. Well, hold on one sec.
Laura writes, she blocked me. I have not done a fucking thing to her or said a fucking bad word about her. What the fuck is going on? And to add to this, some informed me not to speak of them at all due to police. Like what? Like, oh my God. I responded to Janelle, lies and misinformation. I am so allowed to do so. Okay. This is so Laura writing this, obviously. Okay. They responded back. This makes no sense to me, Laura, police. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. Someone threatening you and your mods. Oh, wow. I feel like I am in the Twilight Zone here. Laura writes back, I can only assume this person knows what's going on. No reason for this person to BS me. I don't really know what they're talking about here. And then this person writes back, do they know Capone or someone, Janelle? I don't know. Laura writes, yeah. Like, what the fuck? I haven't done a fucking thing. So now I can't even stick up for myself without worrying they will out all my secrets. Like, fuck you. Do what you need to do. You look worried, Laura. You look a little fucking worried. Say something, LOL, because Laura wasn't getting a response right away. She's shitting her pants right now because her secrets are about to be exposed and she knows it. Sorry. Fuck. So they say, sorry, I'm on the phone with this has nothing to do with the conversation. So I just crossed it out. I honestly think if anyone would have, they would have by now. No one wants to hurt you and your family. These women loved you and your kids. I don't know about that person who texted you, though. I would hope they would not. But as far as blank, I don't know what's wrong. But she is an honest and loyal to a fault. That's very true. That's my feelings. Even if I left, I would never do that. Okay. So Laura writes back, well, she blocked me and I did say it. Please do not trill a soul. But blank is the one who told me that. I don't see blank lying to me. They say I won't say anything. It's fucked up. I have legit said nothing baff about her. Quite the opposite. So they write, she was upset in the chat a while. Laura writes, I had every right to respond to the Janelle bullshit. She made it public, not me. And then I can't really see what's on there and it really doesn't fucking matter. Okay. And then she says she was upset in the chat a while. Laura writes, I had every right to respond. And then she sends voice messages and they say, I'm sorry, I'm running to the bathroom. Now, I don't know where this one fits in, but this is another one. Of course, did that. You still here and Janelle knows that. Number one now, blank hates me. LOL. I think blank was trying to warn me knowing Janelle was feeding info, but Janelle didn't know about CPS call. Now, I never talked to Janelle, so Laura's just fucking paranoid. I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about that Janelle's feeding me info. Like, I am so lost. But again, notice what Laura says here. But Janelle didn't know about CPS call. Only people that knew are me, you, blank, and blank. And then she adds another one and blank. Okay? 4 people. And the fucking bitch deserved it. I would do it again if it wasn't so fucking obvious. If it wasn't so obvious. LOL. True dat. You guys see that right there? I would do it again if it wasn't so obvious. So now she has not only admitted to it once, but she admits to it twice. And Laura, I can't wait to see what this motherfucker is going to say about this shit. Can't fucking wait to see what this motherfucker is going to say about this shit. Here's the other one, just in case you missed it. Okay? CPS caller, why would she say that about you? So she's responding to the first one up here. Let me go back to this. This is how the conversation starts. Is this a fucking joke? The person's in the chat. They said, I'm not insecure at all, bitch. But I'm also not a CPS caller either, bitch. You should have shut your damn mouth. Okay? So she writes, is she really fucking doing this? I have said nothing about her. And then it goes on to this one. Sorry, because it was a little messed up. They write, have you contacted her? I'm sorry. It goes on to that one and then this one. Oh, I saw you tried to call her or DM her private. I called her once and she didn't pick up, okay, nor call me back. And then right here, CPS caller, why would she say that about you? That's a strange thing to say. And Laura admits right here, because I called on 2 years ago and you blank, blank, and blank are the only 4 that knew. So there she is fucking admitting to it. So now she's going to tell I didn't do a fucking thing to her. Okay. I have every right to defend myself against Janelle. These are real, dude. I don't know. Laura's going to probably try to say that they're fake. But Laura, if I have to get a fucking screen recording, I probably can. Okay. These are fucking as real as could be. And, I just find it funny. Now, what happened was Laura went on a fucking whole rampage the other day going and, yes, it is a fucking crime. So that's what I'm saying. Laura, you fuck with any of these people. I'm telling you, you contact them. You fucking dox them. Anything. I know your ass is going to be here in 2 weeks. Okay? I know your ass is going to be here in 2 weeks. Leave these fucking people alone, Laura. You've been fucking busted out. It's fucking over. I knew it was you the whole time because you fucking like to tell on yourself because you're such a fucking narcissist that you can't not tell on yourself. You can't not tell on yourself.
She's not
So Laura
wrong
even
about
lied.
that at all. Laura always tells on herself. Hold on a minute. Let me pull something up. I was smoking a cigarette and I got my shit together real quick. Hold on a minute. I want to show you this here leading up to, because I don't want to be here all night, truly. I mean, I'd love to stay for hours, but I just cannot. You know, Laura, some people have lives around here. I don't know what you do, Candlestick Maker, but we all have lives, you know, kids, stuff to do, people to see, places to go. Not Laura. You can't even be there on time to pick up your kid. You suck as a mother, Laura. What do you fucking do? What can't you see? Oh, I'll drop it. Hold on. I dropped it twice. Hold on. I can drop it again. Can my mods put this in the chat for Molly, please? Because I don't know if maybe she can't see my shit. Stop spamming my chat, please. Please. Who's Ken? Oh, you're talking about Candace's father. Yes, he was born in Springfield, Massachusetts. Yep. Bly. Yes, shits. Yes. Can we not right now? For just this once? Yeah, okay. It's a little bit spammy. Oh, so you got called out about it before I even said anything, I think. Yeah, no matter what, she did not deserve this. Her son did not deserve this. Her husband did not deserve this. I feel so bad for Emma. You know what? She got the truth. She got the truth. And you know, Laura, please stop saying that you're the only one that would tell the truth about this, blah, blah. Shut up. You got jammed up and you didn't have a fucking way out. That's what happened, Laura. And I'm glad you did. Because you just opened up a whole wormhole. That's what I think. Of your serial CPS calls. That's what I believe. So, this is August 7th. So, this is the day before. This is my chat with Molly. Okay. Can Molly see the link? Because she's asked for it a couple times. I just want to make sure that she has the link. Okay. So Jen Bowie's mom just dropped it. Thank you, Jen Bowie's mom. Let me make this big. Michelle, no, Laura doesn't have cancer. That's a scam too. It's all a lie. All of it. That's why she never showed anybody anything. Bullshit. Yeah, Laura just happened to have the same cancer as Alicia like 2 weeks later after she told Alicia she was a liar and didn't have it. Okay. Right, Laura, right. So August 7th, Laura says, Molly, how do you feel? Tiffany, why are so many mad at Chris? Molly says, sick and tired. Laura says, aw, one of cunts reported me to the state. So this is the second time my kids are being hurt. I said, what the fuck? I just got this. Who reported you to the state, Laura? Laura says, don't know, but got a letter yesterday. Screenshot that. It's coming down. I'm going on to the next one. Who is this? Hold on. I can't see them yet. I don't know who Christy Lee is. Can you type in my chat? Whoever that is. Because I don't know who you are. And this stream really is not for like just anyone. Not to be rude. Christy Lee, come back another time. I dropped the link to Molly. Please don't do that. That's very rude. Okay. She is retarded. I'm sorry. What the fuck? It does matter, shit, and I absolutely agree with you, and I'll talk about it with you anytime, just not right now. Is not the time, is all, shits. So just kick back, relax, and enjoy the situation here we have going. It's wild. You like wild, right, shits? Marissa?
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, great. I know you don't have these, but I do.
Um, I'm really speechless right now.
Yeah, so all right. So I wanted to kind of like hear what I wanted to get in touch with you earlier today. Like I did it really early and I gave like all day and I waited and waited and waited. I'm like, I need to get this over with because I don't want to spend my only other day off this week doing this. So I wanted to just get it out of the way, but I
Yeah,
wanted to see if you felt a certain way about all of this.
well, what's crazy is I did say like the day before yesterday that I remember having a conversation with Diane and I told her, you know, I don't even know why I even told her, but it's just crazy because Justin literally called me 15 minutes ago and said, Marissa, I was on that fucking call. I was in my driveway when Laura said, would you tell if I told Diane this over a year ago? I said, I remember when Laura actually said, if I ever called CPS on Leanna's, what she said, would you tell on me? And I said, no. And I remembered that after I found out about this. When all this stuff came out a couple nights ago, at 4:00 in the morning, Brian St. John said, I'm really wondering if Laura was responsible for my fucking calls.
I have also wondered, and I also went under Brian's one of his posts and I said, what is the date of your CPS call? Because we're going a way back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get her out, Casey. Just get her out. I can't do it. I can't do it with her. She's drunk. I'm not doing that.
The crazy thing about this is when she said, would you tell if I called CPS or make a mob?
I wonder if she was about to tell you.
No, no, she doesn't trust me. She doesn't trust me. She doesn't trust me. She never has. She never liked me. She never respected me. If she's not making money off of me or she's not getting something from me, Laura's never liked me. I think everybody knows it. It's been that way from the very beginning. This is a friend who claims that when I was having a mini stroke on camera, she sparks up alive and says she faked it.
I remember that. And I can speak to the issues that Marissa actually has. Like, yeah, no, Laura.
It was horrible. It was horrible. I had to get an EEG. I had to go through all these different things wondering what the fuck was wrong with me. Not once did I ever really ask her for anything. I've bought her candles. I've promoted her candles. I've never bashed her candles. I've been nothing but supportive of her. And the thing is like, I know people would want to come for me and say, well, if you knew she had. Now, when she said this to me, would you tell? It was after Makeup Mobster's call. It was way after the fact. And she disappeared for, it seemed like 6 months. Yep, so that's what I was thinking.
Or Laura?
Leanna had been gone. Somebody called CPS on her. Honestly, the Michael Tremley thing, I remember that. I remember the Christina girl. The Christina girl was oddly weird. And Justin just fucking called and said, I got to talk to you. And I said, what? He goes, I was there. He goes, I can confirm about that CPS call question. Now, I don't know if he meant that he was on the phone with me and Laura when she said that. I don't know if it was that or if he was on the phone with Diane when I told Diane. Now, the thing is, I know that people want to come for me and say, well, why wouldn't you tell us? Because I know Laura. Laura would strike a live and say, Molly lies about everything. Ever notice for years, I've been saying, Laura, name one thing I've ever been caught lying about. One. And she can't. Well, you're insecure. Okay, you're going to have to try harder than that, Laura. And that's all she does. You're insecure and you're a liar. What I lie about? You're insecure. All right, what am I insecure about? You're a liar. Well, it gets better. Justin just called and said, do you recall being live do you remember when you wanted to report Cam and Allie? Remember those fucking
Yep,
people
I came
that
across
were
those texts. Yeah, I came across
I
those texts too.
I said, he said, you don't remember a time when she was trying to talk you out of it? And I said, actually, I do. She said, you can't call CPS on them because I'm going to meet them. And I was like, wait, what? And I was like, listen, there's something wrong with those two people because I saw them. And you're not going to tell me that those people that were partying up on that hill were up there for good reasons. They weren't. And the thing is no, I never did call. I never did call because what was I going to tell them? The CPS is for immediate danger only. Like imminent danger, like right now, no bullshit. Now, I just found out yesterday, and I just can't believe it, that, and this is what drives me nuts now. Now this is what's getting me, and this is why I'm like a little shook, is because CPS the first time was Jake was asking you for a weapon. And
Yes.
I said,
yeah, I remember. And
a
that's
weapon?
why, yep.
If that were true, it would have been clipped by 100 people. Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
If that were true. Now, the other thing is the second time it was, well, we were told that you're on Xanax. And I'm like, can't get Xanax, but let me pee in a fucking cup for you. Here you go. And the thing is I never questioned and went, Makeup Mobster was obsessed with who called on her. I never was. I was just like, you know what? It's YouTube. It's YouTube. And how are we going to find out? I'm not going to waste my time. But now thinking about it, I think Laura, whoever she sees as competition, or anyone that's going to be criticize her,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but she's got an issue with other women, period. Everything is, I don't know. And I just told Jake, he's sitting right here, he's playing, and you have a machete. That's nice. He's playing Friday the 13th at 2:00 in the morning with Jason with a machete.
He's all grown up. I saw him on your live the other day.
Oh my God. Can you see how buff he is?
Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway, did you know that Jake was just down at Space Camp in Alabama?
Really? That's funny because I came across where Laura just sent her kid to space camp right after all this bullshit. It was crazy. Like, there was all the bullshit, and there she's like, oh, so-and-so is going to space camp. And I'm like, wow, ain't that some shit, Laura? Like, looking at it now in my text, it's crazy.
I remember I didn't have to ask anyone to donate for my son to go to space camp.
Oh,
I think
shit.
it was me and my husband that paid for it. Anyway, Jake literally just said, hey, am I going to see Dayton's mom?
Aww.
He's sitting right here.
Yeah.
So anyway, when Justin called, Justin said, I just wanted to let you know that Cam and Allie were indicted. I said, what? He said, Cam and Allie were indicted. For neglect with their children, and they tested positive for meth. He goes, so you want to call CPS? I said, listen, I didn't know anything about them back then. So I never called CPS on Cam and Allie. I actually didn't even have their address or nothing. All I knew is that I didn't like what was going on at that hill.
Yeah, Laura swooped in and she was like, you can't do that. That's going real life. Like, she had to make it look like on the outside that she was this non-CPS calling person. Yeah.
And remembers when I was in London. I was in London the whole day. Me and Jerry were in Downton Abbey all fucking day. And then we get back and I'm brushing my teeth. We were listening to Laura. She had a pre-recorded CPS call, and the little girl walks out of the door and said, I swear on my life, she said, she heard them say, well, your brother abused you. And she was like, what? No. And I was like, that's fucking disgusting. So it's hard to, I don't, listen, what I put it past her that she staged her own call. At this point, I wouldn't put anything past Laura because Laura has been very vicious to me for years. Vicious. For no reason.
Vicious.
Everyone has.
Well, she just always seems though to climb right back, and she wants to push her candles on everyone. And
No, there's no
you
one.
know, it's like she just wants to market these candles and they suck. They explode. I told this story about when, you know, you were on your sun porch and the candle was out there. I still tell the story, and Laura said she was going to try to sue me or something for it. It's actually real life, Laura. The candle exploded on Molly's sun porch and blew a fucking hole practically through it. Like she was screaming for Adrian. Mine busted wide open in my living room. Thank God I was sitting there with it. You're gonna burn someone's house down. You're gonna literally kill someone with those candles. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna lie about it, and they stink.
I mean,
It's not like those Walmart candles that have maple syrup.
Such a
scent on them.
fucking hypocrite. That's what gets me. Is she's a
hypocrite.
just a hypocrite and so fake, and calling everybody a liar. And it's always like Adrian says. Remember, everything people are accusing you of is exactly what they're doing, Marissa. Everything. And the thing is I got so used to everything being blamed on me. Like I just kind of took it. I'm like, yeah, they'll just blame me. Don't worry.
Look, Laura. Laura said if you talk about her business, you're going real life. Ah, fuck it.
Give me a break.
Fuck up, Laura. No one cares about your business. No one cares about your candles either. Unbelievable. So hold on a minute. While you're here, do you remember this, Marissa?
Vaguely, yeah. I remember a lot, but
Right.
I'm not lying when I say I've never considered her my real friend. I mean, she came out swinging, 6-something years ago. Like when I was doing Watts, all of a sudden I found out she came swinging in my chat, and she said, "Oh, this girl's getting all these super chats. I want to get them from her." And then there was text messages that Makeup Mobster put out of Laura saying, "I'm still working on trying to get Jomana." I remember that.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep, she was in Home Depot, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm still working on it.
And she called
yep.
Yeah, she made some really weird statements about Jomana and Imad. Yep.
She wanted that money, and she called up Imad. "Why did you leave my Patreon?" Shit like that. Like, and then she told Pink Lady Luck that she was gonna quit her day job and live off of Imad's donations. I swear to God.
Jesus. Well, she probably could have back then. Not anymore. Laura don't have any Imads hanging around her chat.
I mean, he didn't become a successful person because he's stupid.
All right.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, that we should have been very grateful that we had someone that was so generous. And Laura is, honestly, she's the source of a lot of. Oh yeah, absolutely. And she goes. If she sees ABC giving to you, she's gonna work on that person. She does it to Cork. She does it to Jen. But if she, she thinks that you're just broke, she won't bother with you. That's it. Let's be honest.
Literally in our text saying that it's all thanks to Slobster. She says this is the letter. I put black over it. Okay, Laura, so you don't get doxxed and cry about it and eat a fucking whole surplus of puffs for your ass. She said to the both of us, "Don't know, but I got a letter yesterday." This is from the one before that I showed before you came up here. This is the letter. I have it. I redacted the name and the case number and everything. However, I did make this case number and all that available to Makeup Mobster. If she wants it, it's hers. I don't know if that can help her with anything, but if it can, I sent it to who I thought could get it to her. All right. Laura says all thanks to Slobster. So immediately, so this is when she got the letter from Food Stamps asking for all her channel. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Leanna spotted in her purse, or somebody spotted in her purse, and Leanna pointed out, whatever. Laura ended up getting this letter, and then she writes, karma can be a cunt. So I said it crosses the line, right? So she blamed her immediately. The next day, Leanna had CPS at her house. So
No.
I'm thinking, I don't think Laura called the day that she got this letter. I think she called while Makeup Mobster was live that day that it happened, because they do show up pretty quick. CPS doesn't really waste much time, and I'm pretty sure that where she lives, they probably come out pretty quick. But I mean, I don't know. Only they know that, and I'm sure that it's all in the record note and such. But I find it to be very interesting how similar your call and her call are. And that's not up to me. It's just my observation. But if you feel something with it, you might want to let them know that this happened and go to them and let them hear Laura's voice. Say, can I just play this voice for you and see if that's who the caller is? I mean, play her admitting that she did this to Leanna, and then see if she's on your call, Molly.
If I involve Adrian, you know, shit
Jesus.
fucking fly. Because he's a fucking beast. But I have to say, like, the only thing that makes me not want to involve him is because I know that, you know, he spoke to CPS.
Mm-hmm.
He was very lackadaisical about it. He was very, you know, chill about it. I mean, honestly, there's nothing going on in this house. I'm obviously not a drug addict. Obviously the kid is well fed. You know, there's nothing. Listen, CPS should have been at my house when I was a fucking kid. Okay, not now when my kid is almost 18. But
Right.
I don't know what she has done, and you know, I don't. I'll tell you one thing though. I don't think Leona's gonna let this go with
I don't
her.
think she should let it go.
Yes.
I think she should take it wherever she feels she needs to, and if I have something that will help, I would absolutely give that to her. I really feel bad that this happened. I cannot believe. It's almost like I can believe it, but then I can't. And the reason I can't
Yeah.
is not because of who Laura is, because who Laura is actually really like that. It's the sitting next to you for so long that blows my mind and takes my breath away. The person sitting next to you, like, what the fuck?
Look
For
at the garbage I allowed in my fucking house.
Oh my God.
How did that fucking happen? I mean, I let fucking pure evil in my fucking house. Can you imagine? How do you think I fucking feel? That's why I was like, yeah, I gotta stay away. I mean, I'm not like back. I'm not anxious to be friends with everybody else because, you know, I've learned a lot from these people. I really have learned a lot. But I'll tell you one thing, like Laura, for her to allow me and you to, and others. Oh,
yeah,
well,
other people. Other people were.
every day she went live. Every one day she went live. Well, I think this person called and she got off on it. And the way that she collected money for a lawyer, the way that she collected money for a lawyer, and then had some, I think she bought a fucking Corvette. Or no, like a convertible
car
with the money. I remember hearing her daughter say, "Are we going to make money on this?" And I was like, "Oh, Christ!" I know what I heard, and there were people in my chat the other night said, "Yes, I remember that." I heard her say it. She recorded it, and then she went live. She did it smart. And CPS, from what I remember, told her, "Don't record it."
Yep, and she did.
I remember that. And you're not allowed to record. You're not allowed to record it. I remember that because it really is confidential, but it's more confidential from what we learned in Kingsport with CPS when the cop met us, me, Andrew, Jonathan, and Olivia. you know, they met us there and they said, we know you're going to protest CPS, but just don't have the camera on the people. So, I mean, listen, the story that she said about Leanna's husband and the son, that's really dark. That's dark.
It is.
That's
It is.
satanic almost. Like,
I
that's
think it
deep.
is.
That's fucked up.
She needs to be checked out for it.
Watching
True. She needs to be checked out.
watching porn with your son. Oh my! Let me tell you something. She would have said that to CPS, and Adrian would have found out. Oh, Adrian would be right on her. But that's not what happened. She claimed. Well, I don't know if it was her. I don't have any proof. But that call was, you were, I guess, drunk. Basically, I did ask CPS girl. I asked her. I said, "What did they say I did?" And she said, you were on a live stream and asked your son to bring you a now she didn't say firearm or a gun. She said a weapon. So they went to Hershey High School, and when her name was Alyssa, was her name, she was pregnant, and she said, when I saw your son walking towards me, I said, this cannot be Jake. And I said, yeah, because he was decked out in freaking polo. He had a polo shirt on, polo pants, the matching sneakers, the matching socks, and the matching belts. And I mean, seriously, she was like, this can't be the kid. And then she came to the house and she started talking to Adrian. She came back the next day to talk to me, and I said, there's no way you don't have a video of that. I go, because if I ever said that, people copy it. And that's what I said to her. And then the second time was like months and months after. And that was just, oh, we heard that you were on Xanax. And I go, and what if I was? I said, I do have Klonopin. I said, I've had Bell's palsy and I have anxiety. So and I said, here, like I said, take a picture. I said, would it help if I gave you the bottle? And she goes, yeah, let me take a picture of it. Hey, let me pee. And I literally pulled my pants down right in front of her. She was a black girl. And I said, here you go. And she goes, oh my God, you totally could have closed the door. And I was like, nope, got nothing to hide. Here you go. And they closed it that day. And I think that whoever calls on us wanted the same results as what Makeup Mobster's husband or Makeup Mobster. We don't know if she decided to stay away from YouTube
Well, you know what? Laura
6
did a
months.
lot of talking, Marissa. When I was listening to this, I listened to the whole thing this morning because I was at work. I had to keep putting the sound down, and I was like in and out of her live when she was speaking on things. But I listened back, and Laura does a lot of talking about husbands, and like it's really fucking weird. That's why I said, like, if you get the time, I know it's a lot to listen to, but Laura tells on herself more than anybody I think I've ever, because she's always talking. She talks too much. But she's always telling on herself.
I'll never back down from this. I think she's very, very jealous.
Why? I don't get why she doesn't just go her own road and have her own path in life.
She says, I just want a rich man to take care of me. What do you have to offer, Laura?
Well,
what do you have to offer a millionaire? Candles? Candle. What else?
Yeah, Laura's gonna be over there eating wax for the next 3 years because she spent thousands of dollars in wax, but doesn't have food over there. We're gonna eat wax, Laura. Get the fuck out of here. Really getting sickening with this candle shit. What is that?
Do you remember when she had Tiffany? Do you remember? She randomly had a game show, and she said, "Come on, guys, who's most likely to die alone? I vote Marissa."
I do remember that. But you know what? Do you remember? I have to find it, but I came across it last night and I can't find it for the life of me today. Her asking if we would leave YouTube if someone called CPS on us. Because I have it in my phone. I just have to find it. Yeah, she said to both of us in our group chat, would you leave if someone called CPS on you? You answered and you said, fuck no. And I did not answer. I don't know where I was. And the conversation went on. But
has anyone called?
Huh?
Has anyone ever called on you?
Never. And she said, she said, well, my kid, you can't, he's grown. He's been over
Yeah,
18 years. So yeah, but she literally asked if but he wasn't at that time. He was maybe 17, I think. I can't remember. So he was still underage. But she had asked, your initial response was
oh
no,
man,
and I had to find it. But yeah, it's
those Mother's
wild.
Day candles,
Hmm?
it was completely shattered. No, you never told me that. She says I never mentioned it because shit happens. But now, suspect. I don't know if Laura would. No, honestly, Laura does lock up those. I mean, she bubble wraps the fuck out of this shit to where it's annoying. That, I mean, for me, I mean, that's I don't know.
Your
I'm
bubble
not
wrap will
here.
blow your
Honestly,
house up. Fuck.
yeah. I mean, I never tried to bash her candle business. I never
No,
did. But I'll
you
tell you one
really
thing.
hyped her candles up. Like you hyped her
I
candles
I
up.
you know what? I try to be a decent friend. I've tried with that girl, and I think that everybody knows that I've tried. I tried with Bullhorn Betty. Now Bullhorn Betty's a fucking nut job, completely out there. She has fucking lost it, and I'm just like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go with you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't want this for you, but
Yeah.
you've made YouTube consume your life with these people that you're never gonna meet, and it hasn't helped anyone's self growth at all. No one. Who's it really
She's
doing
not
good for?
growing. She's
Jonathan
just
Richards?
stealing everybody's money. Laura only talks about the membership money, whoever's getting, like, she's just, I don't really
You
come
know,
on much. Laura's always like, she says that candles are sustaining her life. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I do not believe that. She is not selling candles. She doesn't even go live. Laura could go live and cover whatever. She just sucks at pretty much everything is the problem.
doesn't like the competition when Alicia was making candles, and
Alicia's
when
candles
my
are
pops
Laura's look like
when
they came out of a fucking Cracker Jack box.
I mean they did get better.
Did
I could
they?
say that.
I don't know
I
if they
mean, the
did
last
or
that I saw, the last that I ordered from her, I mean, it was a while, maybe a year and a half ago. I don't know how long it's been, but if you're any sort of competition with her, I mean, she's always trying to fat shame people. She's always trying, and you want to know something? Did you guys know that last October I was on the New Kids on the Block cruise, and we're standing there ready to get off, and some lady, a girl was standing there, and I was there with my sister, and she goes, "You're Molly Golightly," and I said, "Hi," and she goes, "I know you." She goes, "I live in Tennessee." She goes, "Summer Wells." And I said, "Oh," I go, "that poor baby." And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I used to watch you." And that other lady, I didn't like that other lady. I go, "Oh, Bullhorn Betty." And she goes, "No, I can't think of her name. She's the one that puts the camera all the way up in the ceiling. It goes down on her." And I go, "Laura." Yes. And she also lied. She lied to everybody because when I met her, she had a sticker on her sunglasses. And she claims that we stalked her at the pot shop. Like it was like a sex
Didn't
shop.
she find you in there? Weren't you in
I,
the store
I,
already and she came in?
I don't know what happened, but Jonathan was driving.
I'm
We
pretty
pulled
sure
up.
Laura came in and you were already in there. So
You know,
that's
she
not
was already in there. She was wearing a brown leather jacket, sunglasses. As soon as I opened the door, I heard her voice and I closed that
like
and I said,
snubbed
"Oh my
her off.
God,
You didn't even
really
talk
her."
to her. I remember.
I said, "Oh my God, is that really fucking her?" And
She had that
all
yellow purse, that nasty yellow purse with
I
her.
can't I can't remember, but she was very, very tall. And she had one of my former Patreons. It was the same Patreon that me and Save Robbie went out with in Denver. She's horrible. She started a fight with Bullhorn Betty in the parking lot. And Laura just kept walking, because what happened was I did talk to Laura, and she was videotaping me, and I was wearing that bright orange fucking Tennessee shit. That was when I was running after Don Wells.
Okay, I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what happened was I said, Jonathan, do you want to meet Perplexed QT? And he goes, no, like that. And she heard it, and she was like, oh. And then all of a sudden, at the same time, Olivia and Andra were walking up, immediately turned around, and Laura goes, wow, that's really fucked up, just like that. And then my former patron, I even forgot her name, but she looked like Susan Sarandon, starts yelling and trying to start a fight with Betty, and she's cursing. Laura kept walking. Apparently, that's the only person that showed up at Laura's meet and greet. Then later on
One
that,
person.
yes, that it was just her. And Pretty Pistols. That's the lady's name.
Pretty with Pistols. Yes, I remember.
That was
Pretty
her.
with Pistols.
That
Okay.
was her. And then there was another creator, dark hair, kind of Asian looking. I don't remember her name. Was there, and Laura ended up messaging me hours later, and I'm thinking, why did that even have to happen? Like, why did that have to happen? Me and Laura didn't get into an argument, but Laura was bitching and acting like a dick because I was with Bullhorn Betty. And she was in her car saying, I'm going to show these amateurs how a real journalist gets things done.
And she got nothing done.
She waited hours and said, you owe me at least Allison's address so I can go get an interview with Allie. And I
Oh
said,
my God, someone
yes.
was just playing it the other, where was I
Really?
watching that at? Someone was just playing where she was talking about all of this.
And she
with
farted. All
Allie.
she got was a fart. Remember? All I
Yeah.
told her, yes. I responded and I said, Laura, I'm not the one who's driving. And I was so nice. I was like, I'm not the one driving. I'm not picking out like Jonathan and Andrea had everything laid out. Like, we even talked to Don's parole officer. Like, we were in his office. We talked to the district attorney in that county. Like, it was the way that they did things as a team it was amazing. And then Laura said, what's the address? And I said, all I could tell you is that Allie lives like right directly across this electric fuse place thing. It's like a energy thing. I said, there's a whole bunch of porches. I go, there's a whole bunch of sneakers, and there's a bike. It's Hunter's bike. I said, if you look in the window, you can see Allie's Christmas tree. But I knew Allie had to work. She worked at Walmart. But Laura did get to meet her, and I never heard their interview, but Allie farted, and that's all I heard. Justin said,
oh God, Marissa, do you know that they think that she might still be alive and that it might be fake? Her dying. There's no death certificate.
No.
There's no death certificate. Yeah, I don't know.
Damn.
What?
Damn, Allie. No, I'm using the recliner, and it's making, because it's leather. It sounds like a gigantic fart.
I thought it was Violet. I thought it was your dog.
No, she's no,
So,
it's my leather.
Yeah, don't make people think I'm far enough here. The fuck?
That's hilarious. No, I just think it's funny. But that's all that happened. And then Laura got really, really angry because we stayed in Knoxville. She said that Marissa set me up by making me stay in Knoxville. I just didn't think, for us, meaning me and Jonathan, Olivia, her mother, and Andra, I didn't think that staying in the port area at that point was a safe, thing for us, because, people were recognizing us. People were recognizing us everywhere we went.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, people were recognizing us. And you don't know how people are going to react. You know, you're on their turf. So I said, listen, I think that we'd be better off in Knoxville. And since I'm paying for it, I would feel safer in Knoxville. So, Laura might be like, oh, it was so far away. But honestly, for everyone's safety, especially mine,
It made sense, yeah.
that's all it
Well,
was.
when I was gonna go there, we weren't staying there in Hawkins County either, so it makes sense. Nobody wants to stay out there. They want to make sure that they're good, you know? There's a lot of weirdos out there, for real.
Yeah.
So
I'm disappointed in Laura, and I can assure you that my Patreons have all reached out to me, and we're just like, I'm done with her. I am done with her. That all day long. I can't believe it. I am done. People actually coming back to Patreon. I can't believe it. All because of Laura.
oh,
But
people
no,
are
I
coming
didn't.
back to your Patreon that are leaving Laura.
Yeah, because of Laura. Yeah,
Well, you know
people come
what?
back, and I'm like,
Laura has
whoa.
lost everybody. There's
I
like
don't know
no
what they
one
want.
left.
I don't know what. I don't know what they want, but I never thought that I deserved anything like this. Her and Make a Monster have been bickering back and forth. And the thing is like, when I was talking to Laura, she'd be like, this fucking cunt won't stop talking about me. And I knew that she was like under her skin, getting under her skin. She's analyzing every fucking move I make, this psychotic bitch. That's what Laura used to
And
say.
half the time she wasn't even talking about Laura. That's crazy. That's the craziest part. And I'd be like, what the fuck is she talking about? And she's not even talking about Laura. She'd be talking about me. And Laura would be like, she's talking shit about me. And I'm like, I haven't heard her say a word about Laura today. That's crazy, right? So like
I don't know. I can't.
Laura always wanted like this weird need for negative attention all the time. And then she got it and she didn't want it, I guess. I don't know.
Did you know that some of her patrons are afraid to leave her Patreon?
I'm sure they are. She knows
Yep.
everything about them.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I say just leave, get it over with, rip the Band-Aid off and just get it over with.
Yeah.
Go. Run for your life while you can.
She doesn't scare me one bit. She's a
To
huge
save your
disappointment.
sanity though, it's so much worth it to get rid of it now. Just go now while you have a good reason to go. Just go. That's what I say. Because I mean, look shit. I mean, I'm sitting here going through all of this shit, looking around, and it's very draining actually to look back through all this. I have like compiled all these little folders of things Laura has said that she's responsible for so many lies.
Oh, I
So
know
many
she's a
lies
liar.
have come from Laura. So many. She has lied about
She's always
everybody.
calling me a liar. I mean, how many times have you called me a liar? Have you heard her call me a liar?
She calls everyone a liar. Everyone's a liar but Laura.
Yeah, she calls me a liar, and then I always, what did I lie about? And she's never
She's such a
one
weak ass
time
bitch. She had to call
answered.
CPS on a little boy. She's so fucking tough, Laura. You're so tough, bitch. I think not. Call CPS on a little innocent child and probably others as well. I can list like 5 other people off the top of my head.
I think in the end, I don't think her goal was to hurt the boy. I think the goal was to anger her husband. And then Leanna would have to hear her husband. And maybe she tried it on me. Maybe because Adrian doesn't like the drama. He doesn't like that. He doesn't. He's always been. So maybe she's like, all right, let me put my chips on this one as well.
Well, I know she was talking about husbands and shit because I was listening to it earlier and she was going on and on and on, like just literally basically. So when Leanna was talking on her live, she was like, this, I knew that Laura did this because she was saying this and there was only a couple people who knew what it actually was. So Laura really was telling on herself. And we're over here sitting here like,
Yeah.
wow.
And the other, did anybody think about Brian St. John? You're right. Brian St. John got the shitty end of the stick
Yeah.
because no one fucking gave a rat's ass about, you know, Brian's wife flipping the fuck out and being like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? And, you know, no one gave a shit. But the thing is they used Brian's name. And the thing is the fact that they would use Brian's name, we knew it was a dead giveaway. Because she
Yeah.
said, I know it wasn't Brian. I remember her saying, I know
Yes.
it wasn't. I don't know that it was Brian.
Yep. I heard something.
Yep.
There's clips flying all over, and it's all the shit that she said. And it's fascinating. I'm so fascinated by human behavior, but this is on a whole nother level. Someone needs to study this bitch. For real. Hey, Abe. Cheers.
Oh my, evil Abe.
Evil
Wow.
Abe.
Hello, everyone. How you doing, baby? You doing all right, baby?
Yeah, like I'm just sitting here reading through all this shit and I want to barf on myself because Laura is really that ratchet.
And she got away with it for a long time.
But she just keeps going and going, and there's no accountability whatsoever. She just thinks life is going to go on as normal. It's fucking delusional.
Did she try to apologize in her little video?
All right, so you know what I think happened? Because we know Laura. Laura will talk to people after she fucks up, and then she'll be like, oh, let me kind of walk that back, and I'll say this because so-and-so said that's a big deal to them, and I'll say this because so-and-so's upset with me in my chat, so I've got to fix that for certain people. So she's just like, she don't give a fuck. Laura doesn't care what she did. She does not care at all. I mean, it's just very plain to see. She's just going on as normal, but I'll tell you what, she's got like 7 people in there chatting when she's got, I don't know, 280 people watching. So that sucks, Laura. That sucks. They're all just watching you because now you're a spectacle.
Now
That's what
I
happens.
mean, she
I
just
think she
proved
crippled herself.
that's what she
But
did. What she
Marissa,
did can't be trusted.
no,
That's
and
it.
I think you should really look. I mean, you do what you want, but I do think you should look into this call that you got because it is very similar to Leanna's. And Laura sucks at, I mean, she sucks at everything. She's so sloppy. She leaves crumbs all over the place. Do you know how easy it's going to be for people to really find out if Laura did? I mean, I say everybody go all in. Go all in. This is a serial CPS situation, if you ask me. I think everyone should look into their own shit.
Well-
FOIA the calls and all the things and put them together.
Calling the SWAT from like 6-7 years ago that a lot of us got blamed for it.
You're talking about Eagle Mobster SWAT?
Yes, I'm going to get an ice cream. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I said that she called on herself.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely 1,000,000% not me. I don't think of shit like that. I don't think that that's gonna
Who said that,
help my
though?
life.
Who said that?
I don't remember that. Who said what?
Who said that she called on herself? No. Who said that she called? Yeah, I remember. Her. Yeah.
There was a lot of people that were. Oni was blamed. I was blamed. Look at her looking so intently at her.
The call came from Louisiana. It was crazy. Everyone was getting blamed left, right. Laura, you know, I don't know. Leanna's never heard her call still to this day. I still wonder. I can't say it was Oni if I don't have proof it was Oni, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, in all fairness, like, what the fuck? I mean, because that could have been Laura too. How do we know? Not saying it was. I'm just saying, with someone like this running around,
thank you
you
for
just
hearing.
really don't know. And there was a weapon involved in that call. That she had a weapon and she was going to pop off.
What?
And make up for SWAT. There was a weapon involved in the call for her SWAT.
Yes. Now I remember. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
She said there was 10 police cars outside.
Yeah.
Hold on. And then the dog.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Yeah, that wasn't.
She was with Diane. She was with Marianne Hella Starlight. She was with Stephanie Brown and Nikki Lee. And I think that's it. And got up to go. And that's when it happened. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to cut off Laura's internet.
Laura needs her internet access revoked. Permanently.
They can do that, by the way, in the court. Did you know that?
Did she ever call you, Marissa? Like, did she ever call you and try to talk to you after? Do you remember? Like, after you got a call? Because you called me that day, but Laura was not on the phone when you told me that.
I can't remember. You know how I am.
Yeah.
I'm very selective when it comes to my memories. I mean, listen, I'm not going to say I've never gone real life. I did it with you. We were obsessed with finding Diane, but we stopped.
It's all about a little kid and say nasty shit. Like, we didn't maliciously, like, try to hurt anybody, Like, there's a huge difference. I don't care what anybody says. There's a huge difference. Like, this is different. This goes down in history, yeah. And like, who wanted to be? Is this what Laura wanted to be when she grew up? Fuck. But either
Apparently,
way,
Laura was mad.
What? What'd you say? Laura was
Apparently,
mad.
Laura was mad because I didn't reach out. I didn't reach out to her when her son's father died. I didn't know him. What am I supposed to say? I give you my prayers. Why am I wasting my prayers on you? You don't believe in God. So I don't pray for Laura ever. And I've told her that. I don't waste my prayers on you. I'm sorry. I also didn't know this guy. He wasn't my friend. I don't know him. Listen, I'm sorry that you have cancer, but everyone has cancer. I'm just saying, like, there's nothing I really feel for Laura where I can truly feel bad for her, because I've always gotten negative when I've tried to see some sort of the redemption, and it never really was there. I mean, the things that she has said and done about me, I mean, honestly, even if you listen, a lot of people hate me. I'm sure a lot of people were jerking off knowing that I was having fucking mini strokes on fucking camera. That's fine. But to say you're my friend and say, yeah, I think she's faking it for views. Who does that? No one would ever do something. I didn't even know what the fuck was wrong with me. And she goes, oh, and then check this out. Then she drove herself to the ER. Yeah, I drove myself to the ER. I'm not going to hide that, because you snap right out of it. You're totally normal. Like a minute later, you're back to normal. That's what a real TIA is. And I've had about 10 of them in that small time before my mom died. They were gone by the time my mom died, because I stopped taking that Lexapro. That's the fact. But for her to be my friend and say, I'm going to die alone. No, that's her, projecting her insecurities. She wants to keep saying, oh, Molly's insecure. Insecure about what? You're the one that's looking through all of my photos trying to find a picture where I look fat. That's what she does. Oh, look, she looks fat here. Yeah, I eat chocolate every day, all day fucking long. I'm gonna get fat. Who cares? I'm not fat right now, but who cares?
Is that
You,
Laura? Is that Laura on her sock account, Poppy's Life? Wasn't Laura the only one who helped Marissa when she lost her channel? Laura, get fucked.
yeah, yeah. And I gave you money.
Poppy's Life.
I gave her a few $100 and I said thank you. And I also sold a lot of candles for her. I helped her. I encouraged her to keep going. So don't put it on me as if I treated her so badly. Because if I ever treated her so badly, you know she would have clocked that shit and ran with it. But
Yep.
I haven't. Clocked it and ran it and reran it. She knows. She knows we share a couple of people. She knows. She's interested in everybody's finances. She's interested in everybody's marriage. Laura, you got your own fucking problems. We are on different paths. We come from different families. We have different lives. You know, just because you envy something about me, you know what? Make it happen for yourself. You can do it. If I could do it, you can do it. But it goes deeper than that. I'm not the only person she's envious of. There's got to be something that bothers her about every fucking female that she tries to mosey on up with. Everyone. I don't think that she's even capable of being friends with other women. I don't. Especially if you have a man. Told her to, try to get out there and nope. I mean, she fucking tried to date Wogs, for God's sake.
What? She don't like Wog. Yep, she does not like Wog, and he gives her a hard time. And you know what? Rightfully so. He knew she was a piece of shit all this time. Good on Wog for knowing Laura was a piece of shit all this time. Yeah, wow. I mean, I knew she wasn't all there in the head, obviously, but not like that. Not like that. I have never picked up the phone to call or hurt anyone's kids. I don't understand that. I don't play dirty like that though. Unless I saw abuse or heard abuse or
No,
really
she did it behind everyone's back.
yeah,
And she thought
like
she would. I guess, maybe it's just true when everything that, the mask falls off and everything that's in the dark
yeah,
will
her
eventually come to.
fucking mask fell off all right. She
You know what?
comes out 3 years later like it's not a big deal, like it never happened. Don't worry about it. Like that's not really how it works. So if you murdered someone 3 years ago, no one's gonna care. I don't think so, Laura. People
No,
are
yeah,
murdered every day,
no.
and they're still looking for him, bitch.
For
So
her to say this happened 3 years ago, that's not an excuse. That is not an excuse. You can't tell a judge, well, it was 3 years ago.
and she said it was to
It's
shut Leanna up. And you know what? I don't believe that. I don't believe that bullshit excuse. The excuse is this right here that's on the screen that says this is all because of, hold on, let me move this out of the way. All thanks to Slobster. Karma can be a cunt. I said this crosses the line, right? So I'm like, wow, not realizing she's planning to, go all in the next however many hours. She's a nutcase. What a fucking lunatic. Watching everybody get blamed. She's like, she's the special kind of evil, in my opinion. She's capable of other things. I believe that.
I never trusted her. I've said it a million. She gets mad. If you know how many times she's gotten mad of me saying I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I have said it. I've said yeah.
I've heard
I don't trust you. I've never trusted you. What? How can you say that? You fucking fat bitch. You're a fucking cunt. Blah blah blah. I don't trust you. You're a fucking psycho.
Oh,
What?
Poppy's life.
She doesn't.
Maybe she was trying to get to stop the years of harassment. I dealt with too. I didn't have to do that to her. Poppy's life, right? If I could deal with her, Laura could deal with her. You're telling me Laura has that thin skin? She can't handle a woman to woman with another creator in this community? She does it with everyone else. That's why I'm saying how
Actually,
many people she done this to, because she had a list. Oh, wait a minute.
actually,
You know what? Where is Unknown Capone? I'll say it out loud. I'm not gonna show it because I don't have permission to at the moment, and I don't know if it's out there. But Unknown Capone sent Laura an email after Leanna's CPS call and said that they were not done. That kind of indicates to me like it was a team effort, but I'll just leave it there. And the holder of that information could put it out or whatever. I'll give it to Leanna myself. I don't give a fuck. I'll email it to her. Anything that comes to me, I will send to her. So, like, I don't agree in keeping any kind of information from her that might be able to help. Poppy, get fucked.
well, I will say something right now, which I've never mentioned to anybody. I may have said something about a year ago to one of my Patreons, but someone sent me a clip of Laura talking about Makeup Mobster. And
Yeah.
what Laura was saying to Makeup Mobster on her live was, I guess Makeup Mobster was saying, I don't like talking about cancer. It bothers me. I don't want to talk about it. And then Laura cuts off Leanna's voice and says, "Why are you weak?" Like that. And you know, I lost my mother to cancer, and I'm at a point where, the conversation of cancer, coming back up is, you start, it puts you in a different headspace. You think about, that last time where your mother didn't remember your name, or you remember how your mom doesn't know who you are, and you're like, what the fuck? And when she did say, that was the first time I ever felt any kind of compassion for Leanne, was when she said, "What are you, weak?" It has nothing to do with weak. It's just, listen, even for me, I'm just like, I don't want to talk about cancer. It's a horrible disease. It's an ugly disease. And when she said that, I was like, man, this woman really is not aware of what a serpent tongue she has. Like, she literally has the tongue of an evil snake. She's like a cobra. Just, I mean, really, honestly, snake. It's just a snake. You never know when she's going to bite, and you just can't trust it. Squeezing around you, trying to gain your trust, and then bam, that's what she is. With that tongue, too. She'll bite right into you, right? And trust the snake till it bites you. Anyway.
Well,
So
I
I
sure
just
do
want to say thank you
appreciate
for
that.
having me up.
You come on. I wasn't
It's
trying to share
it's a hard.
your text messages, Marissa, or nothing like that, but I just
Yeah, it's
thought, you know
fine.
what?
It's fine.
I thought I needed to be
It's
seen.
it's
So
it's hard. It's I don't know if it's really something that I want to bring up to Adrian. I because this is the thing. Like, he's not gonna tell me what he's gonna do about it, and that in itself drives me nuts. He keeps everything to himself, and he's an under the radar person, and I just don't even want to go there with him, because it didn't affect us. The calls did not affect us. It didn't affect my marriage. I will say that Jake can't believe that was Dayton's mom. He couldn't believe that would be Dayton's mom. And this is what she's
I think
doing,
Laura
you
needs
guys.
to hear
And
that. She needs to hear that Jake had that reaction. What did he say?
he said, Dayton's mom, why would she do that? She was your friend. That's what she said. That's what he said. He was here for a while. He was playing a video game, but he went to bed. But he said, why would she do that? She was your friend. I said, I know.
Well,
That was it.
I don't know. I don't stop caring about people's kids when I'm not friends with them anymore. I'm just not that way. You know, some of them
No,
grow
I've
on
never go after anyone's kid. I've never heard you say, "Oh, let's call CPS. Oh, let's do
never.
this." You haven't. And I never heard Laura say, "Oh, let's do this." We've never had any sort of, I can't say anybody planned anything with me, or I can't say that. That's never happened. I've never, and honestly, it's kind of like, it's just as shocking to hear as it was with Oni. Like Oni, because the thing was is, why would Oni do all this? No one was bothering him. That's why it was like so hard to believe. Honestly, he could be dead for all I know. But I don't know anything about him now. But why did he do what he did? Honestly, looking back now, I think it was Jay for Justice that put him up to it. For whatever her reasons, she was the bad apple. She really was. She didn't
So
like
we saw a
any
lot
sort
of
of
that,
competition.
you
I don't know what this Mandy girl did. Yeah, that's that, and I don't know why these people do it to each other, but misery loves company. Birds of a feather flock together, and it was nice for Justin to be nice enough to reach out and say, "Marissa, tell Tiffany that I was on that fucking call. I heard it." He goes, "I remember it. I was in my driveway.
I'm
Would
gonna
you
put a few
tell
things
if I
I'm gonna put a
was?"
few things together here too after this. This is not all I'm gonna do. And put out a few little batches of things that matter, but um that text of her asking us if we would leave if we got CPS
Yeah,
called on us was
oh,
really fucking weird. Yeah.
that's fucked up. I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen. Most likely it did, but I never saved any of that shit.
I have it
I
all on my
saved,
phone. I just have to find it.
yep, I saved nothing. I mean, you guys could easily say, me and Marissa, Marissa was trying to plan a friggin' mass murder in blah, blah, blah school. And I'd be like, you know what? If they got the text messages, whatever. I didn't do it, but no one's going to believe me. So I didn't save anything. I didn't,
I don't save
but
this
that's
stuff on
really all.
purpose. I just still have the phone, I still have the same iCloud as I did in 2018. I have
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
shit in it, and it's kind of like a vault in a way, and it's actually very
Save everything.
easy to find shit,
Everything.
Yeah.
Yep. It does save everything. I'll tell you that much.
And going
Adrian
back
don't
through
like
it all,
no
it's like,
Apple.
yeah, going back through all of this stuff is a lot. There's a lot here. I feel like Laura left dirt lumps all around my fucking yard, is what I feel like. And I gotta take a shovel and put it all out. That's what I feel like.
Wow.
But, is she even worth it? I just think that if people are interested in knowing the truth, then I think now is the time to go figure it out for themselves.
I think that after everything that I've heard tonight and in the past 3 days about her, and the fact that she didn't even issue an apology, and I was a different person. I was a different headspace. I listened to about 20 minutes of her talking maybe the night before. "Oh, I'm reflected. I'm a different person." She was trying to save herself. She
Yeah.
was trying to save herself. "I'm not going anywhere." Listen, it doesn't matter, Laura. You don't make the choice. They make the choice whether you stay or you go. That's it.
That's true. It's up to the subscribers. It absolutely is. Once you cancel yourself, it's not up to you, and only you can do it. And I think she has. I think that this really did drive the nail in
Oh
the
yeah,
coffin for her. Yep.
I think
Hmm.
come back from. No way. No way. No way. Because let me tell you something. If I was like on speaking terms with her, and the thing is I didn't hate her or anything. I just didn't want to deal with anybody from YouTube, and I was just kind of in my own corner. and just not bothering with anything or anybody. I'm not covering anything. I'm not doing nothing. And Jake brought her up. Jake said, "What about that lady, Dayton's mom, who was down by space camp?" I said, "You haven't talked to her in a while. Don't worry. Just get on, just take your plane ride." And because they were going to pick him up, the space camp picks them up, brings them back to their dorms, and then they all left together. But
And
no, I
Jake
didn't
went
say
to
anything.
the space camp. Jake
Yeah,
went.
it's like a couple towns away from. Yeah, he went in
Nice.
the beginning of July, and then he went to the Air Force Academy for basketball.
Oh wow, good for him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they offered him a jersey. They offered him a jersey for the basketball team, so they want him to apply. So you never know. Maybe I might buy Shanann's house.
Yeah, I heard something happened there with the couple that lived there actually just recently. There was like a
Yeah, she
domestic
went.
violence.
Yeah, he's cheating
Yeah,
on her, and she sits outside of the house. She dyed her hair to be just like her. It's almost like she's emulating what happened to, like, it's like, redoing. It's like there's a curse on the house
I
in a
know. They
way.
should tear it down. They should tear the house down and make maybe, I don't know, a gazebo with some flowers or just something nice. I don't think a house belongs in that spot.
Robbie lives not too far away. He built a house right.
Did you
He's like,
listen to Robbie and Laura on panel?
no,
He's
no,
really
but
got her back with this, it seems.
he's
Yeah,
one of the people that likes to see the good in
and
everybody.
everyone, yeah. I
I'm
mean,
not
people
that.
can do what they want. That's all up to them.
That's
But I just know where I stand on this,
fine.
and that's that.
I heard it, but I know how Robbie is. I know how he is. Like, I don't have a problem with Laura. Well, Robbie, you also don't have a kid. And the thing is people go real life on him all the time. Like, he's got his own little gang of stalkers. He's in his own little world where he's at with his own little
I
stalkers
don't
that we.
think he watches enough to even be affected. Also, I was thinking about it also earlier that I don't think he watches Laura regularly, but I am surprised that he wouldn't care about, I don't know. I thought Robbie would actually give a fuck. I don't know. It's weird to me.
No,
Everybody
I
does.
was thinking about. No, I talked to my husband about buying the Watts house, Chris Watts' house, if my son was to move and go to college in, what do you call it? Can you imagine though? That'd be
No,
awful.
I would never live there.
It
I
would be
would never
awful.
live there. You could not pay me to live in that house ever. But
No,
listen, I'm gonna get off
I
of here
wouldn't do
because
that
it's
either.
getting late. But
I wouldn't do it either.
if you do decide to do anything,
I'm dying.
let us know what happens, Marissa. With if you do decide to figure anything
Most
out,
likely,
because I would like to know.
I'm just afraid of Adrian. That's all. I'm terrified of what Adrian's gonna fucking do. Fucking, you know, he's fucking he's sneaky. He's got a lot of contacts, and it's fucking sneaky. So I think that, I don't know. I feel like now that I'm like hitting the menopause and I'm hitting 50 now, I feel like I just want people to take themselves out. I
I think
feel
she
like
did. I think she
yeah,
did take herself
that it's
out.
better. Like, my mom always gave me that advice, vengeance is the Lord, leave it up to God. Trust me, God's a lot more powerful than you are, Marissa. And I
It's
just keep on
true, but
hearing
she doesn't believe in
other.
God. That's a problem. Laura doesn't believe in God. That's why she does these things. She doesn't believe in a higher power to take
Well,
care of
guess
any
what?
of her problems.
Well, guess what? She can affect me because I am covered in the blood of Jesus Christ. It's just like with voodoo or juju, karma. You can't wish bad things on other people, because if they are protected, it bounces right back off them and comes right on you. Ask anyone that is into witchcraft. That Listen, Two Tacos will tell you that. You talk to people that live in New Orleans that study, voodoo, and then you got the juju in Africa. They're like, you can't just fuck around with bad
Yeah.
energy and go after people, because you gotta expect for it to come back on you, because ultimately that the energy belongs to the universe, and the energy decides, who the bad person is. Like, it really does. Like, it decides. Sometimes it just pushes you out of the way. And like, you know what? That person really is a piece of shit. But this is the thing. When you leave it up to God, so listen, think about it. You and I don't know if Makeup Monster left it up to God, but guess what's happened? Now Laura is completely exposed. She's completely vulnerable. And now she's going crazy, because she has to struggle with the thoughts every moment. Where am I going to get my money if all my fucking Patreons leave me? If I don't have all these, people giving me money that I expect to give me money. Like, no, your donation is an actual blessing. And just remember that. And all of us are hurting right now because of inflation and everything else that's going on in this fucking world. But she just
Yeah.
she expects it. Like, how dare you
She
not
doesn't
pay?
even know. She doesn't even take notice of what's going on in our country. Like,
No, because she's
Laura's
on
oblivious.
all day. She's
Yeah.
on E all day.
She's
Nobody knows.
it's
Listen,
absolutely
listen.
insane.
When you and I used to talk privately, you were always going to the supermarket. What were you talking about? The fruits, right? Remember how amazing our fruits were? Look at our fruits now.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, fucking trippy. Trippy.
$10 for a fucking
Uh,
watermelon. I was like shocked, and I was saying,
With
I'm
no
still
black
taking
pits.
that motherfucking
With no black
watermelon. I don't
pits.
care how much it is.
Yeah, and no black pits, because they don't want us planting our own pits. Nothing tastes juicy anymore.
No.
Nothing tastes the way that we had it when we were children. And my husband said, "Well, this is the seedless watermelon." I said, "Adrian, how did they get the fucking seeds out?" And he goes, "Excellent question." I said, "Thank you." I said, "When we were kids, they were black, not white. We're eating fake fucking fruit, and then it doesn't even taste the same."
Nothing really does taste. Nothing tastes the same. I feel like it's not
Nope.
just the fruit, like other things too.
The
Yeah,
meat.
no. Laura
Yep,
doesn't
they're
give a
getting a
fuck about that. She eats box shit food. Ugh,
hamburger helper.
what the hell she eats, really?
No, listen.
You know,
I
this is
I've
someone
done
who whacked her own dog off. All right, this is what we're talking
what?
about. Yeah,
What?
Laura help the dog get along there. Yeah, she admitted that on a live stream years ago. The dog humps her leg the whole freaking live stream. Swear.
Oh, you want to know something? Two
Yeah.
Tacos went in there joking after I got Violet. Two Tacos went into her. Yeah, you guys, did you guys know this? Two Tacos went into Laura's live one day joking around and said, "Hey, Molly's dog Violet had an accident in the house and gave her away." And you know what Laura said? "I believe it.
Wow.
This is my friend. Believe
About
it. I
Violet,
believe it.
I would never believe that about Violet that you
That I
gave
would
her.
give a brand new puppy, a brand new puppy, as cute as fuck as she is, and as good as she is. Yeah, I believe it. Like I'm heartless." And then she also went over this and she goes, "Listen to this, Molly talking about her morals. She has no morals." And I thought to myself, is she fucking serious? Did she just me? You can say what you want. You want to call me big mouth. You want to call me a bitch. You want to call me. That's fine. I'll take it. But don't ever say I don't have fucking morals. Money I give
You're cutting
churches
out a little bit,
in
Minister.
Somerstown. That was all fucking me. I did that. You're gonna tell me I have no fucking morals? I'm the one that felt bad taking all that fucking money. I was like, I don't deserve this. I gotta pay it forward. Oh, but she has no morals. No, because what she wanted to do was she wanted to paint an image of me that I was such a bad, horrible person. And she had nothing. She had nothing. Now you could say I'm very opinionated. Sure, absolutely. Oh, she recorded a little girl in a church. Holy shit. You're more pissed at some little girl in a church when you know that all these kids are being recorded in church. But you're not mad at the fucking people that fucking sold her. You're not mad at the people that were touching her. You're not mad at the fucking church. You're mad at me because my camera got, and you know what? The only reason I even put that video up for a few hours was because I said, oh my God, Robin Lane was sitting right next to me and her daughter. Her daughter touched my purse because it was sparkly and pretty. And then Don Wells comes on and says, how can you say that, Molly? How could you say that the poor little girl was going into your purse? Bitch, I never said that she went into my purse. I said she touched it. I don't blame her. It was a beautiful purse. But I said, yeah, that's her daughter. And then that fucking bitch, her mother, that fucking hallelujah bitch, told the fucking Kingsport police that I was trying to kidnap her daughter because she looked exactly like Summer. All these people are fucking frauds. All of them. They all lie to the police. They're all a bunch of junkies. All of them. All of them. So yeah, if you're going to tell me that Allie could still be alive, I would hate to see that. Well, I would hate to see that she's dead. I mean, she was very nice to me. I don't have a problem with her. But you want to know something? Everyone's getting mad at these grifters, but who's starting the grift? I mean, this is like a normal thing now. And it's too much. I mean, if you go into my Patreon at least once a month, I'm saying zip up your fucking pocketbooks.
I tell people
right.
the same thing. Stop giving money
Yeah.
out to people. You're wasting all your money. Life's getting more and more expensive. We don't know which way the tide's going to turn or what. Like, calm down with all the giving all this money and stuff. It is crazy. And you're right. She does actually expect it. She doesn't ever consider her subscribers and what they might be dealing with, or like she'll point them out if they're not green and shit. I don't look at that. I don't look at who's what color.
I know
shit.
She called out Cork. She said, she goes, hi, Cork. I'm okay with being your number 2. She said that recently. Within the past 2 months. She said it about Cork.
Yeah, but I don't see Cork going in there a lot. So how would Cork be Laura's number 2? She's so fucking weird.
Meaning she meant that she felt second to me, like, oh, Cork, Molly's your favorite. Listen, Cork is, she's been a really good friend to me. And, I offer my Patreon something. Like, they have my number. They have Adrian's number if they need financial information. My husband has even got on the phone with Laura and given her fucking legal advice.
Yeah.
He's been very helpful to her. So yeah, that's another reason why I kind of, because he's just gonna lose it. Like, he does not like all of this. He doesn't like it.
Does he know that the call happened to Leanna, that Laura admitted it? What did Adrian say?
He said, why would she do such a thing? That's what he said.
Yeah,
and I said, I think to get her off. I go, she was off for a few months. But I didn't tell him because I just found out. I think I just found out maybe last night or early this morning that, I think it was yesterday. Last night they told me that the nature of the call, because I said, is there anyone that knows exactly what was said to CPS that this kid was hurt? And when I heard watching Triple X, I was like, shut the fuck up.
I
And the
was
more
so
I
fucking
thought
pissed.
about it,
I
I
was
was,
shaking my desk. I was so fucking mad.
oh yes, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. That's really disgusting. And this is who we thought was
Like,
our friend.
I just think that so much is going to come out more from this. There's other people that had CPS called on them around the same time. Like, Laura, you're so sus right now. You're the most sus. You're not going anywhere. Actually, you are going to sit your ass right there, because I think more people are going to come through with evidence that you did this to them. And that's my opinion. I don't give a fuck. That's how I feel about it.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to me, and thank you for having me up, Tiffany. I hope
Yeah, sure.
hope you're able to put the pieces together. And
I mean, I'm just trying to look through what I have. And so far, I mean, it really is pretty damning. This is nothing compared to what I have been organizing these screenshots all day. And I only showed a couple, but like, Laura, when I say this was premeditated, she really did. This was very quick. Right here, from the timestamp of 2:40 something in the afternoon to the day before, it was like less than 24 hours. She was calling CPS on her. She was pissed about food stamps.
wow,
Like, what?
food. I thought that was Ballet Babe. She blamed
I
Ballet
know.
Babe.
Yeah, I remember. I came across
Right?
that as
Okay.
a text. Yes.
Okay. She kept
Yeah.
saying it was Ballet Babe, and I left it at that, and I moved on.
My God. All right, Marissa. Well, thank you for coming up. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tiff. Bye-bye.
Yep. All right. Bye. Here, let me help her get off of here. I don't think she knows. All right. She will end up sitting there for the rest of this. All right. So listen, let me just look through this really quick, because I don't know if I got thrown off here. Let me just make sure I showed everything. In a nutshell, I feel this won't be the last time you hear from me on this, but it's not something I really want to, like, talk about. Oh, this here is what Laura got mad about in the first place. I redacted it. Open. Because I think people were looking for it. This is what Laura got mad about. This is why an innocent child. This is why. Right, Laura? Right here. This is why you did that to him. And to make a mobster and to her husband. Just this paper right here, right? I have more, right? All of the things that you said you didn't give them, right? All that shit. You're a fucking lunatic. I can't even believe the text messages that I have from you. I think you should just actually never talk about this again. And I do believe you have canceled yourself. No more candles. This was shown the day before. This is what she sent to me. This is not what was put out anywhere. She sent this to me. She just got called out on having her food stamps in her bag. And Leanna brought attention to it. So that's why Laura called on Leanna, was that paper right there. She got it the day before. She called on her. And I shared all the texts in the beginning. So if you want those, they're all there. I can put them in order for you. I have no problem doing that. Who is this person in my chat? All right. I probably won't be back live soon, like today, like today is today because it's already tomorrow. I don't plan to be anyway, but I'm going to put some uploads so that they're easy to find, but they might go on my backup channel because Laura, I don't want all this over here. I actually wanted to do this on my backup channel, but I didn't because it's important. So it's over here. I think personally, everyone should put together their calls, what was stated in the calls. Call your police department and ask for any kind of phone call to your residence or about your residence, because the CPS does have to call, especially when a weapon is involved. That would be a police matter, not a CPS matter. Who are you going to call in an emergency like that? Why would CPS even entertain it is my question, because don't you think they'd have to call the police? I do. If your home catches fire from a gel candle, most homeowners insurance will not pay, says Cheryl O. Thank you. That message is to all of those who purchase candles from Laura. Make sure you sit next to them while they're burning. Do not leave them unattended. And your smoke alarms are working. Yeah, she lies and throws innocent people under the bus every day, Vixen, every day. Julie says, yep, and in a court of law, premeditation only has to be hours to be considered that. Well, maybe this helps. I don't know. If it does, I hope so. Good to see you too, Elizabeth Lander. I'm going to go to sleep now. I'm very tired and I'm very relaxed, and I hope that this community can heal, or whatever community it's turned into. It's not really, I don't know, whatever. We all go wherever we go. But answers do matter for everyone that's ever had to deal with this shit. And everyone does deserve to know the truth when it comes to malicious attacks on their children. Can we not fight like adults and shit around here? Well, Laura can't. And maybe it's just always been Laura. Maybe she's the one we have to cut out to learn how to exist in this community. I'm not really sure. What do you do with someone like Laura? I say you let God handle him, but she doesn't believe in God. So how does that work? See, I have questions. Thank you, Casey. Thanks. Peace, Abe. Thank you for bringing this into the open, TM. You're welcome. I think I'll put out more, but thank you, Trish. All right. So if this helps in any way, I hope it does. I have other things as well, and I'm searching for other people's names and such. I have a list, but just bear with me because, I do have a lot to do, and I'm also working on other things that take precedence, but this was very important. So I was supposed to be working on something else right now, but this really does need to be dealt with. So I wanted to do it sooner than later. She does cause a lot of issues with her friends. She doesn't have friends. We need to find a new word for people who think they're friends with Laura. I was one of those people. Yep. Even if she's a non-believer. Well, I don't know about all that, Abe, but bye, Laura. Casey K said. All right, guys. Yeah, if you guys want to throw middle fingers in the chat on your way out, feel free to, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, good night.